stranger with no account and no clicks from you can walk up to this AI agent platform, register themselves, hand themselves a credential, upload a config file, and run any command they want on the server. No login. Is scored a 10 out of 10, the maximum, and there's already a point-and-click exploit for it. This is Paperclip, and it's the kind of software more and more teams are quietly standing up right now. Paperclip is an orchestration platform. It runs and coordinates fleets of AI agents for a team. Think of it as the control plane, the conductor sitting above all your agents, holding their credentials and telling them what to do. That's a lot of power in one box. And researchers at Oasis Security found 2 ways for an attacker to seize that box. The worst one needs nothing from you at all. The root of it is a feature, not a bug. Paperclip has something called a process adapter, and its whole job is to launch a configured command as a program running on the server. That's intentional. Agents need to run things. The problem is what happens when the configuration that defines that command comes from an attacker instead of you. Because if I can hand Paperclip a config file, and that config says run this command, then I'm not editing settings. I'm writing code that runs on your server. Here's the Perfect-10 chain. On a Paperclip deployment that's reachable over the network and left on its default registration setting, an attacker just signs up. Then they use an unauthenticated route to approve their own command line credential. Then they import a crafted config bundle that defines a new company, an agent that uses the process adapter, and the command to run. That command executes at the server's privilege level. It's about 6 requests start to finish, and that matters because Rapid7 already published a Metasploit module that automates the whole thing. Point, click, shell. There's a second path for developers running Paperclip locally. In its default local mode, Paperclip binds to localhost and historically trusted anything that reached it as a full admin. It treated being on the machine as proof of identity. The attack that breaks that is called DNS rebinding. You visit a malicious web page. Its hostname first points at the attacker's server, which loads some JavaScript in your browser. Then the attacker's server goes quiet, and the same hostname starts resolving to 127.01, your own machine. Now that JavaScript is talking to your local Paperclip, as you, with your privileges. Different door, same ending. Attacker config reaches the command executor. So where does it stand? Paperclip fixed it in a release tagged 2026-416, now requiring admin rights to import config and validating hostnames to kill the rebinding trick. One honest note, the version records are genuinely messy. The same code carries 2 different version labels and one advisory still lists no patched version. So the safe move is simply upgrade to that release or later rather than trusting the metadata. And importantly, as of disclosure, there was no sign of this being exploited in the wild. It's a public proof of concept, not an active campaign yet. But the real takeaway outlives Paperclip. As everyone races to stand up agent orchestration platforms, that control plane holds your credentials and can run commands. If its configuration can define a program to execute, then configuration is code, and it has to be authorized like code. Oasis put it perfectly. Agent configuration must be treated as executable input. Go audit your own agent platform for open registration, config that can launch processes, and any place that assumes localhost means trusted. If you want one real AI agent story broken down every single day, clearly and without the hype, subscribe and turn on the bell. It's free, and it's the one button that tells me to keep making these. If you want the full written breakdown with the CV details and the exact config, that's on the prompt injection blog linked below. Then go watch the one on hijacking the Lite LLM gateway. Same lesson. The control plane under your agents is the crown jewel. See you tomorrow. If this was useful, subscribe. New AI agent and security breakdowns every day.